There's a parable that Warren Buffett has told for years. Imagine that when you turned 16 years old, you were given one car, any car you wanted. But here's the catch. It's the only car you will ever get for the rest of your life. No trade-ins, no upgrades, no replacements. How would you treat that car? Well, you'd probably treat it pretty damn well. You'd read the owner's manual from cover to cover. You'd change the oil twice as often as recommended. You'd baby it and garage it and do everything you possibly could to keep it running for 60 plus years. And you'd do all that because you'd have no other choice. Buffett's point is that you only get one mind and one body. You can't trade them in at age 40 for a fresh set. Today's episode is about the most cliche advice in the entire self-improvement genre. Invest in yourself. Cue the motivational poster with that quote next to a picture of a guy climbing a mountain. Here's the thing, you know it's true. So let's talk about why investing in yourself, and specifically in your health and in your skills, might be the single best financial decision you ever make. Let's start with the obvious. The entire reason we care about personal finance is the personal part. Finances are the means, not the end. The end goal is a better life, however you personally define better. As we like to say on the channel, improve your finances, improve your life. So consider the person who does everything right financially, but wrecks their health in doing so. They work 60-hour a week at a job they hate. They're chronically stressed. They get little sleep. They never exercise, and they eat garbage because they're too burnt out to do anything else. Sure, they might hit a big net worth number, but if you're 55 years old, sitting on a pile of money with a gut and a bad back and constantly feeling miserable, what exactly was the point? You optimized the spreadsheet and lost the plot. Money is worthless if you don't have the health to enjoy it. Let's do a little thought experiment. If you do improve your health and maintain it, not only are you going to feel good, but your bank accounts and investment accounts are going to look good as well. Why is that? Because of time. Improving your health means more time on this planet. More time on this planet means more time for compound interest to work its magic. Have you heard of the rule of 72? For an X annual return, your money will double in value every 72 divided by X years. So with a 7% annual return, which is the historical average annual return of the US stock market, your money doubles roughly every 10 years. So every extra healthy decade you add to your lifespan isn't just more time on Earth. It's potentially another doubling of your money, and far more importantly, another decade to actually spend it on doing things you actually love. Now flip it around. Poor health is the thing most likely to cut that timeline short and drain the money you did manage to save. According to the CDC, 90% of the nation's $5.3 trillion in annual healthcare spending goes towards people with chronic and mental health conditions. Diabetes, heart disease, and related conditions that are largely influenced by lifestyle. So an investment in your health has a double payoff. It potentially extends the runway over which your money compounds, and it reduces the single biggest expense that tends to blow up retirements. It's one of the rare financial moves that grows the asset and shrinks the liability at the same time. And the investment required to improve your health is shockingly small. A study published in The Lancet in 2011 followed over 400,000 people and found that just 15 minutes of moderate exercise a day, something as simple as a brisk walk, was associated with a 14% reduction in all-cause mortality and about 3 extra years of life expectancy. Just 15 minutes. That's a better guaranteed return than anything you'll find on Kalshi, I promise you. Most people sit in a car on the way to work, sit in a cubicle while at work, sit in a car again on the way home from work, sit on the couch to watch Netflix, and then lie in bed for the night before repeating the same process. Do you understand the damage you're inflicting on yourself by doing this day in and day out for decades? Investing in yourself isn't just about your body. It's also about your brain and your skill set, your ability to make money in the first place. The giant elephant in the room in most personal finance discussions is the simple fact that you must make more money. There's a ceiling on how much you can cut expenses, but theoretically no ceiling on how much you can earn. One of the most reliable ways to raise that ceiling is to spend money making yourself more valuable. Courses, certifications, licenses, specialized training, sometimes an advanced degree. These can all be legitimate investments and not merely expenses, as long as they lead to a higher income. The Bureau of Labor Statistics lays this out clearly in its Education Pays data. In 2024, the median worker with just a high school diploma earned around $48,000 a year. The median worker with the bachelor's degree earned around $80,000 a year. That's a gap of over $30,000 every single year. Now think about what a person's financial situation will look like with that gap being compounded across an entire working career. But, and this is a big but, this is not a blanket endorsement of spending money on any credential with a name attached to it. As we've discussed plenty on this channel, college is not for everyone. The rule here is simple. You have to see a realistic path from the money you spend to the money you'll earn. That's the whole game. Treat college or any investment in improving your skills like the business investment it is. A $500 certification that lets a warehouse worker become a forklift certified team lead making $8,000 more a year, that's fantastic ROI. A $2,000 online course that gets you the specific skill your boss said you needed for that promotion, do it today. A $150,000 degree in a field with terrible job prospects and no clear path to debt repayment, that's not investing in yourself. That's the student loan trap that will ruin your quality of life. The critical question you have to ask yourself for any financial decision is, what's the likely return on this investment? If you can draw a straight line from the dollars you spend now to better skills and a stronger position in the job market, then don't be afraid to spend money today so that you can make more money tomorrow. Here's the recap. The most valuable thing you own isn't your house, your car, or your brokerage account. It's you. And like Buffett's parable about your one and only car, you similarly don't get a replacement for yourself. Invest in your health because that's the thing that gives your money time to compound and gives you time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Invest in your skills as long as you see a clear path to a higher income. The invest in yourself mantra is trite, but true. What do you think? Does this apply to your life? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.